What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome into a new episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and yikes. So we haven't had one of those in a while, but we were kind of due, I guess. But that was a brutal night for a variety of reasons. So just to recap it, 0-3. The Bijan bet was awful. He doubled it. He doubled it. The Celtics got beat by 16 points. That bet was horrible. And then Tampa blows it. And I knew Tampa was going to blow it because of the steam that came on the Bucks. And I've been doing this long enough. I saw it coming. And we had made the play on Wednesday. It was the Hard Rock bet of the day on Wednesday. So I said, let it ride. And let's just hope that I thought by kickoff, I thought it was going to be a 3-point win by Tampa. It looked like it was going to be a 2-point win for Tampa, and instead they lose the game outright, which is the worst case scenario for me, who is sitting on that ticket for the Bucks to win the NFC South. And it's at plus 110, and it was my biggest bet. I tell you guys all the time, I bet more than one unit on futures all the time. I just do one unit for the accounting, and I'm not really looking to get you guys in trouble. So if I'm wrong, it's just one unit being wrong. But I have bet way more than one unit on the Bucks. That was my biggest bet in the preseason, on the Bucks to win the division. And now, if the Panthers win on Sunday, now there's a problem because the Bucks are probably going to have to win out. And that means beating the Panthers 2 times in 3 games. And I'm not sure that's going to happen. So this is bad news, bad news. I need the Panthers to fall on their face, and I need the Bucks to find a defense in a hurry, because when you have 3rd and 28 and it's Todd Bowles and his calling card is defense, yes, Baker Mayfield threw a horrible pick. Yes, betting on Baker as a home favorite. I told you going into the game, it was a horrible idea, okay? Baker's not someone you back, but when Mike Evans got cleared, the number exploded. Everyone hammered Tampa. Big bets, professionals, amateurs, squares, sharps, everyone hammered the Bucks. And I went, my God, it's 6. I knew I was in trouble. In that moment, I told you guys last night on the podcast, the public has been getting their teeth kicked down their throat all year. When you see a game that has over 60% of the tickets on one side, we're talking 35% of the time that bet is cashing. So if you're on that public side, you don't want to be on that public side. And we were very much on the public side last night with Tampa. I had the best number on the planet. I got 4. I had incredible CLV. I was tremendous closing line value. Didn't matter one bit because the Bucks defense blew a 3rd and 28. How do you blow not just a 3rd and 28, but a 4th and 14? This is Todd Bowles. This is his calling card. Defense is what he hangs his hat on. He's a head coach in the NFL because of his defenses, not because of his offenses. So you figure you got Kirk Cousins outdoors against the Bucks, and all of a sudden Kyle Pitts looks like Drake London, stay hurt. It's all Kyle Pitts right now. And boy, what a performance by Kyle Pitts. 3 touchdowns. I mean, that was huge. Mike Evans got hurt again, which is horrible. Re-injured. I don't know what his status is going forward, but he got hurt. So just the whole thing, the whole night, just a really bad situation. It's one thing not to cover, but not to win the game. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Do you know what is not brutal? Well, our friends at Hard Rock Bet giving you guys a chance to get some free money. And it's always good to get free stuff and to get free money. And you guys can do that here with all the sports that we got going on. New customers can sign up at Hard Rock Bet, bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you get your winnings, plus they're going to give you $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. If you don't know what to bet on, Hard Rock Bet just launched their brand new For You page, which will make it easy to find all your favorite teams, players, and leagues. Hard Rock Bet app is legal in Florida. They're the only Sportsbook legal in Florida, but it's also live in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, Colorado, and Michigan. Hard Rock Bet offers new promos every day. So check out the Hard Rock Bet. Make a deposit today. Okay. This is a bad betting day. Can we just all acknowledge this? We have a very small window. There are no good college basketball games to bet on. There are 2 hockey games. There's a couple of NBA games, and I'm going to do NBA player props today on the app coming up later on today with the prop bet cheat sheet. So we're going back. It's that time of the year. We'll start doing more NBA player props on the BettingPros app. Go and search at Sports Talk Matt. Download the BettingPros app, and probably somewhere around midday Pacific time, I will post 2 NBA player props that I like coming up here for today. But we have the NBA Cup tomorrow in Vegas. That's awesome. We have Army-Navy coming up tomorrow. That's awesome. So tomorrow's a good betting day. Today is not a very good betting day. But I do think we can take a shot here on one of the 2 hockey games. And let's talk a bit about St. Louis and Chicago. Now, Jordan Binnington is expected in net for St. Louis. That's important, okay? We need him in net. He is projected, but we need him in net. Why? Because he's given up 6, 3, 5, 2, 3, and 3 goals dating back to the middle of November. Chicago, in the first matchup, when they played St. Louis, 8-3 final, okay? Extremely high-scoring game. We're at 5.5 for the total right now, and I think that number is going to climb. It's probably going to close at 6. It probably is going to be Spencer Knight in net for the Blackhawks, and I think that's why the number is 5.5. So Spencer Knight has been pretty good this year, 10, 6, and 5 with a 2.5 goals against average and a 916 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the year. He's been solid. So you have him up against St. Louis for the first time this season, and he's been really good, both home and away. A 2.86 goals against average on the road, a 2.23 goals against average at home. But this is a Blackhawks team who is 6-6-3 on the road. The Blues are 5-7-4 at home. Last 3 games for St. Louis, 4-3, 5-2, and 7-2. The final score. 4 of the last 5 games have gone over, including the game that didn't go over was 2-1 against Ottawa, but 5-2 against the Bruins, 4-3 against Montreal, 5-2 against the Bruins, and 7-2 against Nashville. For the Blackhawks on the other side, they've 3-0 against the Rangers. They won the game. They lost 7-1 against Anaheim. They lost 6-0 to the LA Kings. They beat the LA Kings 2-1, but then they lost in a shootout to the Golden Knights 4-3. So for them, they've gone over 5.5 in 3 of their last 5 games. I think this number is too low. I think 5.5 is too low. I think we're going to see offense, and I don't want Hofer in net. I want Binnington in net, but either goaltender for St. Louis, I'm good with it. We're going to come in, and we're going to jump on the over 5.5 for Chicago in St. Louis for the game coming up here today. To the NBA we go, and let's talk about a different Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks, who are taking on the Detroit Pistons, who have had a tremendous start to the season. The Pistons straight up this year are 19-5. The Pistons at home this year are 10-2. But Atlanta is 10-5 straight up on the road, and they're 14-11 overall. They are a much better road team than they are a home team right now for whatever reason. This Hawk team, if you look at what they've done on the road, they've been an over team, and they've been a really strong bet-on team. On the flip side, Detroit is just 3-7 ATS over their last 10 games. They failed to cover in their last 4. And against the Eastern Conference, Detroit is 9-10 ATS. On the flip side, Atlanta is 10-5 ATS on the road this year. They've covered their last 2, and 4 of their last 5 games they've covered. I don't know if they win the game, but I think Atlanta can push Detroit, and I think they can keep them, within a couple of possessions. They played this game on the 1st of December. The number was 9.5. They lost by 1. This number now is 7.5, and we'll see what happens in this second matchup between these two teams. But I think Atlanta can keep the game close here. I made the huge mistake of laying, a big number with the Boston Celtics last night, and they got trounced by the Bucks. I think this is a team in Atlanta that can keep the game close against Detroit. The Pistons can win, but I'm going to come in and take the Hawks plus 5.5 here in the NBA and see if they can keep the game relatively close. That should be 7.5, by the way. That's the wrong number. Sorry, excuse me. That should say 7.5. Okay, not 5.5. That should say 7.5. That's a typo by me. I'm glad I just caught that. That's on me. That number is 7.5, not 5.5. That was the 5.5 was the total for the hockey game. That's why that got written. And so that's my bad. Sorry. That's on me. For you guys who aren't watching, you may go, whoa, 5.5. No, if you guys just fast forward to the end, it's 7.5. So we're taking the Hawks plus 7.5 on the road against the Pistons coming up here for today. Make sure you got it at 7.5, not 5.5. For you guys who are looking for some cool things, we've got this George Kittle signed mini helmet. It's available right now for free, thanks to our friends at pristineauction.com. If you want to be the recipient of this, what you have to do is subscribe to the Betting Pros YouTube channel and then comment on this video. Any comment whatsoever, and you're entered into this giveaway, which we'll do at the end of the month here in December for the 49ers signed George Kittle mini helmet. Could be yours for your mantle if you subscribe to the Betting Pros YouTube channel and comment on this video. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.